I've been a therapist for many, many years, and I noticed very early on in my therapy that every client that came in for whatever issue, behind their issue is the issue of confidence. I work with many children who come in who are bullied and several who are bullies. And behind that was the same issue of I need people to like me. And we're never taught in school that the word esteem actually means how much I like myself. So when I'm talking to you about confidence and self-esteem, when we say I hold that person in the highest esteem, we mean I like him, I value him. And we buy all these books and products on self-esteem without even understanding what self-esteem means. Self-esteem means how much you like yourself, how much you value yourself. And you know what? Until you really like yourself, nothing else matters. So if you're lacking confidence in any area of your life, that may be in your career, that you can't sell, or you can't pitch, or you can't speak, or you're not very good at going for an interview. It may be that you can't go for promotion, or in your job you're not able to speak up and share your ideas. It may be in your professional life that you're not attracting the kind of person you'd like to share your life with because you don't feel good enough. I have some patients who are very confident at work but terrible in relationships because they can put on an act and work but they don't feel lovable. I have other people who have a nice relationship but a terrible career because they can't get promoted. I have other clients who seem to be quite arrogant, but they're really convincing everyone else that they're worth it because they don't actually believe it. So the most important thing to do is to work on your confidence. And the way you build your confidence is by liking yourself. So I want you to imagine right now, if you really, really liked yourself, how different would your life be? Just close your eyes and imagine if you liked you, how different would your life be? And when I had a young child and was a parent of a young child, I would encourage my child every day to go, I like myself, I like myself. I'd focus on things she was good at. I never told her she was good at everything, but I wanted her to feel that she liked herself. When she came in with a summer dress and a pair of winter boots and go, what do I look like? I go, what do you think you look like? Because even at an early age, I was trying to teach her that what you think about you matters more than what other people think about you. And here's what we often do. We try so hard to make people like us. We have something on our head that goes, please like me. And that behavior doesn't make people like you. It makes them take you for granted. It makes them bully you. And we often send children out into the world trying so hard to make people like them because they believe, if everyone else likes me, I'm okay. I see that with young women and young men just new to the dating scene, trying so hard to please the person they're dating. And actually it doesn't work. What works is going through life with something in your head that says, I really like me. And if you like me too, that's great. But if you don't, I can live with that too because I like me. So the thing you need to have phenomenal confidence really are two things. Stop judging yourself and be nice to yourself. You see, the only person in the world who is judging you is you. No one else is going, oh, look at you and look at what you're doing and that's wrong. And if there is anyone in your life doing that, if anyone in your life is judging you, they are unhappy because critical people have the most criticism reserved for themselves. They express outwards their own dissatisfaction. Happy people go, I love seeing someone fat at the swimming pool having a great time. I love the fact that they're so happy and uninhibited. Happy people go, I love hearing children dancing and laughing and making a noise because they're happy. So critical people have the most criticism reserved for themselves. They express outwardly their own dissatisfaction. Unhappy people criticize. Happy people praise. So here's some things I want you to start doing today, right now, that will build your self-esteem super fast. The number one thing is to praise yourself. There is nothing that will build your self-esteem like praise, but your praise. If you have a shopper who says, oh, you look really great in the outfit, yeah, it suits you, you must buy it. They have an agenda. If your boss says you're amazing at your job, but I need to give you work to do over the weekend, they have an agenda. Someone dating you might have an agenda, and your mind knows it. But when you say, I'm great at my job, I'm smart, I'm kind, I'm nice, people like me, there is no agenda. Unfortunately, when you go, I'm rubbish at my job, I'm boring, I always mess up and I have no friends, your mind lets that into, because your mind doesn't really care if what you say is right or wrong, good or bad, healthy or unhealthy. When you say, oh, I can talk to anyone, I'm an interesting person, I'm warm and friendly, people like me, and I can make eye contact, I'm good at my job, I can ask someone out on a date, I can tell the person I'm involved with what I need, your mind accepts that too. So I want you to start to praise yourself. I want you to wake up in the morning, the first thing you go is, I like myself. You know, if I go through the day in the life of many of my patients, they get out of bed and go, I look terrible. Oh, this doesn't suit me, I've gained weight, I should have had my hair cut, should have got this outfit pressed, and they come downstairs and go, oh, I forgot to get milk, I'm an idiot. I forgot to charge my phone, I'm a loser. They drive to work or commute saying, I forgot to prepare for that meeting because I'm stupid. And if you had a friend sharing your life with you and you spoke to them like that when you woke up and went through the day going, you've ruined that, you haven't got enough time for that, you haven't got time to get there, you've blown that, they would leave your life very quickly. Just praise yourself. You know, we all want to hear the same things. I can tell you what they are right now. No one wants to hear, I'm an amazing dentist, I'm the best CEO in the world. They want to hear, I'm a good person, people like me, I'm smart, I'm kind, I'm interesting, I'm intelligent, I'm funny, I've got a good personality, I matter. Here's something very useful to say, I have phenomenal coping skills. I cope with stuff, I've got great coping skills. You see, we all have a brilliant brain. You have a brilliant brain. When you have a brilliant brain, you have one choice. Rationalize why you feel so bad, or talk yourself out of it. So the first thing to remember is nothing will boost your self-esteem like praise. Second thing to remember is the way you feel about anything is down to just two things, the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself. And the pictures you use and the words you use form your reality. And when you change your pictures and you change your words, you change your reality. Because your brain is always looking for how you feel because of the pictures you use and the words you use. If your words are, I'm terrified of speaking in public, it's a nightmare going for an interview, I'm having a heart attack just thinking about asking my boss for a raise, I'm freaking out about asking that nice person if they want to come on a date with me. You're responding to those words, terrified, heart attack, nightmare, freaking out. But when you change the words to, I can speak in public, I'm going to practice, and I get better and better, I make eye contact, I'm really good. You see, the words you use change the pictures. A lot of people go, I'm not visual, I can't visualize it. You know, that doesn't matter. The words are more important than the pictures because words make pictures. You see, when you use very intense words, this is a nightmare, this client is killing me, I'm dying under the pressure here, you get a very intense reaction. And when you use different words, you have a different reaction. And if you look at really confident people, they're not so different from you and I. They do a few things differently. Number one is they like themselves. You can criticize them, belittle them, they won't let it in. They go, well, you can have an opinion that I'm boring or not interesting, but I don't have to let that in because I don't believe you. The second thing is they dialogue with themselves in a really good way. They're very good at letting in praise and they praise themselves. They're very good at not letting in criticism and they don't criticize themselves. If I said to a confident person, I love that speech, you go, thank you so much, I loved giving it. If I said that to an unconfident person, they go, oh, it was terrible. Did you notice that I stuttered on that word and actually I forgot the best bit? If you really want to grow in confidence, when someone gives you a compliment, say thank you, but then start adding to it, yeah, I loved writing that book, I love my job, I love selling, yeah, I particularly like these shoes, they're my favorite. So when you get praise, don't reject it. That's like giving someone a gift back, accept it and add to it and praise yourself every day. Just keep saying those things, I matter, I'm a good person, I'm smart, people like me because I'm warm and friendly and interesting because I like them back. Let praise in. Dialogue with yourself in a very particular way. So talk to yourself differently. Let in praise, praise yourself and like yourself. That's all you need to do to massively grow in confidence and self-esteem. Change your words, change your language, change your pictures. Let in praise. And every day, praise yourself. And add into that, I really like myself. When you like yourself, you're not pushed into doing the things you don't want to do to go along with the crowd. Because you're able to go, no, I don't drink, or I'm not drinking tonight because I've got this situation at work where I need to be wide awake. People can't manipulate you or do things that don't appeal to you because you have the confidence to go, that's not working for me. And you even argue better with confidence. You can say, I know you want to do that, but it doesn't feel comfortable to me. That's not what I want to do, in a very nice way. When you have confidence, you argue in a completely different way. You don't have to be bossy or loud. You just say, that doesn't feel right for me. I'm going to pass. I promise you, these things will change your life. You were born loaded with confidence. All I'm doing is reactivating, remanifesting and regenerating that phenomenal confidence that you were born with, and it's your birthright. Get it back. Use it every day. It makes your life so much better. I should know. I had no confidence. I had very low self-esteem. I was completely self-conscious and shy. I felt massively inadequate. And even in my early 20s, I was still self-conscious. I had low self-esteem. I had really low confidence. I couldn't even make eye contact when I talked to people. In fact, I couldn't really talk to people. And now I talk to people all over the world. I address crowds of 2,500 people and more. And actually I have loads of confidence and I have really high self-esteem. I'm the same person. I just learned to believe in myself, because when you believe in yourself, other people do. And when you don't, other people don't. So wherever you are now, I promise you I've been there. So come on board, change your life. Thank you for listening. Check out my next video here.